All right, 24, right? Look at this. We have no angles, right? In this situation, when you're looking for an angle, you want to use inverse. Let me write that down. Inverse trig functions. So trigonometric is the whole word. Trigonometric. Spell John. Come on. Trigonometric functions. All right. So what do those look like? I mean, nobody wants to write all that down, right? So what we do is, let's see, I'm dealing with the adjacent leg to J. So here's the adjacent leg. And this is the hypotenuse, of course, across from the right angle, right? So which one has adjacent and hypotenuse in it? Cosine does, right? Ca. So I'm going to do inverse cosine this time, though, because I want to know what the angle is. This tells me the angle. So let me put that down. Tells you angle. Tells you the angle. Okay. So that's what this does. And we just need to tell the computer that we have the ratio of 8/22. So when you tell it, hey, 8/22 is my ratio, you're telling it I've got a right triangle with an adjacent leg of 8 and a hypotenuse of 22. And then it's going to tell you what the angle is. So let's jam over there back to Desmos. And I'm going to do inverse cosine. So we go cosine, you raise it up kind of like an exponent, but this is just notation. It's not an exponent. But the computer doesn't know that, I guess. So then we do, what was it, 8/22? And we get 68.68, 68.7. I'm not sure what they want us to round to. 68. Well, let me just look in the book and see what they want us to round to. To the nearest tenth. Oh, an angle measures to the nearest degree. Oh, never mind. So we want to round that to 69 degrees, right? So let's see here. Get rid of this, make it 69 degrees. All right. So then this would be 21 degrees up here, right? So we got, if they add that 90 degrees, 21 and 69 makes 90. Yeah, I had to double check that. Now we have a side that's missing over here. And since we're practicing our trig skills, maybe we want to do cosine of 21. Oops, cosine of 21. Let me try again. Is equal to the adjacent leg. I could call this side like x, and I could say cosine of 21 equals x over 22, and then multiply both sides by 22 to get the x by itself, right? So I get x equals 22 cosine 21, and then you just jam that into Desmos, right? Now, ultimately, I want you to show a setup like this right here. Okay. So back here on this one, let me just say one more thing about this. I quickly went to inverse cosine, but I probably should have done this. I probably should have said the cosine of angle J, that's angle J right over there, right, is equal to 8/22. This is my setup, and I would like you guys to show that on your homework. Okay. So every time I want you to set up the trig function. And I think that's just going to help you kind of say, okay, well, this is what I got. How do I get x by itself, right? Or how do I get angle J by itself? Oh, yeah, that's right. I need that inverse trig function, right? That's equal to angle J. So I hope I'm making this clear. I know my notation might be a little sloppy. Maybe I should say the measure of angle J. That'd probably be a little bit better. All right, let's go to number 25. What are we missing on 25? Well, we're missing two sides. So I could call this, side X. It's not too hard to get this up here. That's got to be 58 degrees. So they add up to be 90. And so I could say the sine of 32 is equal to X over 7. This one's now hopefully seeming pretty familiar to you. We can cross off the 7 on that side. We're multiplying both sides by 7. And X comes out to be approximately 7 times sine 32. 7 sine 32. I get 3.7. What was it again? We're rounded to the nearest tenth. Yeah, 3.7 is my x value. So 3.7. And then to find this side right down here, I could call it, I guess I could call it r, because it's across from angle r. That's what they would usually do, lowercase letters for the side lengths. And I could go cosine of 32 is equal to r over 7, and then multiply both sides by 7. So really all I need to do is jam over here and just change this to the cosine function, don't I? And I get 5.9 for my r value. So r comes out to be about 5.9. All right. I hope I'm making this clear, that it's starting to seem a little bit easier. In my next video, I'm going to do the last two problems of this set of 6 problems. All right. Number 26 and 27 coming up. Thanks.